Well, Jamie, welcome back to Mount Panorama. Tell me the feeling for you every time you come back year on year, drive through the gates, you see the big Mount Panorama sign, you see the pit buildings and all the fans that get here super early.
Yeah, about 8 k's out, if you look across to the left, you can see the Mount Panorama sign, and at that moment you're like, yeah, we're coming into the biggest week of the year. So I think it's 23 years or 24 years I've been coming here, which is a long time. You still feel the mountain and understand what it's all about. There's a lot of blood, sweat and tears go on at this place, and I just keep signing up for it year after year.
Tell me the feelings then coming into this weekend off the back of what was a really frustrating round, I know, for you and for Broc and for the entire team really at Tailem Bend.
Yeah, we didn't have the best run down there. We certainly prepared well, and we thought we put ourselves in a great position. We're on pole, so we gave ourselves the best opportunity for the race, but you just got to have the fastest race car. That's generally the best strategy, and we didn't have that at Tailem Bend, and that showed. We fought hard, but it wasn't to be, and then we made that critical error where the fuel didn't go in the car, which was a simple error. We were distracted by the other car that had a battery failure, so we're trying to fix that. And the usual person that cleans out the vent for the fuel hose didn't do it. He offloaded that job to somebody else who wasn't as experienced, and then that was a bit of a snowball effect. So we've learned from that. Yeah, that's motorsport though. We know that before we engage in it, that a $2 part can ruin the biggest week of the year.
Whoa, just escaped on him.
Yeah.
It's not often that we see a weekend like that for the Red Bull Ampol racing team, so give us some insight into how you debrief.
Yeah, it's recognising that we could have done a better job, and we dropped the ball, and that's, you take the emotion out of it. It's nothing personal. It's as a collective group. We didn't execute the way we should have, and we've got the best people, we've got the best resources. There's everything, all the tools are in the toolbox, so to speak, to do the job, and we didn't deliver. So no, we're pretty harsh on ourselves. We feel like we've debriefed as well as we can. It was a 5 or 6 hour debrief, and we've pre-briefed well. But there's all that stuff that you do before the race weekend, and then it just comes down to performing well on race day.
The safety car restart procedure has been a hot topic all year. That was obviously something that you guys debriefed. It's been changed coming into this weekend.
Yep.
How are you feeling about what transpired at Tailem Bend?
Yep.
And now the resolution heading into the big race?
First and foremost, I'm pro trying to improve and get better. And sometimes you have to make a step back to make 2 steps forward. So I'm not critical at all of supercars for trying something new, but I think we've learnt from Tailem Bend and the full course yellow system. There's a holy grail. There's technology where we can have awesome reception all over the circuit. There's a slow zone. It's on the dashboard for the drivers. It's perfect, But until we get to that position, I think they've made the right call to default back to what we've done, for 15, 20 years, go back to a couple of years. So no, I think that's the right solution, but then we're gonna have car stacking. So let's not complain. I think that's a lesser of 2 evils until we can work on the technology and get that better. I'm personally glad they've gone back to the old system where we're not absolutely threshold braking in the middle of a straight, so to speak.
You sit in such an interesting position as a team owner here, a co-driver.
Yeah.
How are you finding walking that fine line, particularly now we're in Enduro season?
It is tricky, it's tiring, but I've taken on the challenge. But as I've always said, I'll put my hand up to drive one of these cars as a co-driver, to the point where I think there's a better option, and one day, I don't know when that day will be, but one day there will be a better option will come along, and I'll do the team manager thing and go, hey, I think this person's the better option. I won't be selfish about that decision. So that could be this year, could be next year, could be 5 years time, who knows?
A three-peat for Craig Lowndes and Jamie Whincup.
You've won 4 Bathurst titles. Maybe you should have won more. Does the desire to win here ever change?
No. Once you drive into this track, that feeling, the feeling you get, conquering the mountain, so to speak, being, standing on the top step of the podium, that it just makes you hungry for more. It never goes away. It's fantastic. I'm so grateful I've been able to do that 4 times. Of course, I want to do it again. I'm not greedy at the same time, but we'll go out there and give it 110% plus to get that feeling again as a team, and if we can do it, it'll be a great weekend.